share something with you. You know, throughout the night, I've had a number of young people say to me and stop me and say, you really need to talk to us and you really need to get our voice heard. And I said, you are absolutely right. And so we have a portion of an interview we did with some of the gang members who were attending the meeting tonight with church leaders. And here's some of what they had to say. Here's your opportunity to tell me what's going on.
Man, we want to tell the people of the city right now, of Baltimore City, that the image that they're trying to portray of the gangs in Baltimore, the BGF, the Bloods, the Crips, we did not make that truce to harm cops. We did not come together against the cops. We're not about to allow y'all to paint this picture of us. We got soldiers out here right now. We dirty. You know, we dirty. They threw bombs at us for trying to stop what's going on right now. Y'all not about to do that to us.
So your game plan tonight has been to stop the violence.
To stop what's going on. That's all we trying to do. We want justice for Freddie Gray. We believe in that.
What do you think when you see this happening in the streets? Businesses looted, cars on fire, police injured.
It just makes us look bad. It makes us look real bad. And it's backing up what they're saying about us. They saying we animals and we acting like savages out here. But I also agree with I don't agree with what's going on, but I understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I understand why people mad, but we gotta handle things another way.
What do you think?
Me, I basically think the same thing. I mean, we've been out here all day trying to prevent people from breaking in stores. They hit us with a bomb. They burnt my shirt. They ripped it, and we were still standing right there as a whole. They heard it, but we came right back there, hold hands together, and we marched together down here. We still holding strong, and we just want them to stop hurting us so we can just live our life and keep going. We trying to help them, and like we helping us. Without them doing that, it's just going to make everybody angry. We don't want to be angry. So we, as a whole community, we make everybody, you know, calm everybody down, because they can't come to us because they done already hurt a lot of people, killed a lot of people for no apparent reason.
What group are you in? What group is this?
This is the Bloods right here. This Bloods. We got the Pirus over here, and we got Bloods over here. We stand as one, though. We're one right now.
It's Black Men United.
We united
Our goal was Saturday. The pictures that went viral Saturday.
We're not Blood or BGF. We are black men, and we are united. And we're not going to stop. No matter if y'all even keep on trying to say we out here trying to shoot police. We're not trying to shoot police. We're not going to let that stop us from doing what we already originally planned to do.
So people who are watching right now, what do you want to say to them? How do you want to explain what is happening tonight?
Basically, stop believing everything you hear in the media. If you were not at that protest on the day that we protested for Freddie, you don't know what actually happened. They didn't tell y'all that when we walked past the eateries downtown that people threw beers at us. People called us names, you know, everything. To be blunt, they called us those things. So the protest was agitated, you know.
So you guys feel that you're getting the blame, correct,
Exactly.
for what's happening, and you're saying that
Yes, ma'am.
that as member of the Bloods,
just because we black and we have flags on, they assume that we gonna hurt somebody or do this or gonna bring the next person down. And most of us, as us older people, we bring everybody closer, make sure they got jobs, go to school on time and all that. But they just making it seem like, oh, he's black, he got a flag on, he's doing the wrong thing, and we not doing the wrong thing. Like me, I just came home, and I'm trying to do any and everything to prevent the going back home. You know what I'm saying? I got locked up for helping a female out downtown on Baltimore Street. Her baby father was beaten up, and I stopped it. I tried to prevent it. I used self-defense, even though there's no self-defense law in there, but I still rocked out. They locked me up just because I'm me. I'm a black male.
The main thing is they've been portraying us in this way for so long. And where we are in our environment, a lot of the neighborhoods, a lot of the so-called gang members and gang bangers, that's where they come from and where they are. The point that we trying to get across is that we are of a different faction. And what that's going to do is start to show people in the community that we can come together as a unit and be unified and be peaceful. It was so much stuff that was going on Saturday that got portrayed in the wrong direction or in the wrong light that for some reason, who knows, right, why they won't paint this picture in a positive way. Like when a group of 30 Bloods walks up on a group of 30 Crips and everybody salutes and shakes hands and hugs and starts to take pictures, but then the pictures that they take, they say, oh no, now they're uniting to kill cops. Like, they won't tell you the good side of what we're really doing in these communities. Like while we out here at this church tonight.
And let's get one thing understood. Although our cause is righteous, we cannot control every person. Just because a person is a member of the Bloods or Crips, we can't control every gang in the city and say, stop this. At the end of the day, everybody has their own mind. But when we were downtown protesting, I'm going to estimate that we were about 30 people strong. Out of all the thousands of people that were down there, you mean to tell me that you guys are pointing the finger at us because we had colors on? No, we can't have that. That's not what we stand for, and that's not what we're standing for today. Justice for Freddie Gray.
Thank you. Thank you.
Justice.
Thank you so much. Thank you for talking. Well, here's an understatement. Is that not a very different perspective that you probably have ever heard? So, and you know, oftentimes we have to beg people to talk to us sometimes, particularly on nights like this. As you can see, they very, very much wanted to talk to us and very, very much wanted to share their perspective.